Hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. My name is Joshua Cotton, founder of Grown Men, Growing Men. Grown Men is a safe and courageous space to help men heal from past experience and walk into their purpose. Today, we are talking to an inspirational lifestyle leader, one of our newest leaders in our Grown Men group, my brother Daniel Jones. Uh, Thank you, Daniel, for coming on today. How are you doing this evening?
Man, I'm doing awesome. Phenomenal.
Awesome. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm going to read a little bit about you to share with our listeners and tell them who you are and what you do. So, Daniel Jones is a leader in the training and development industry. He's been mentoring and training trainers for over 13 years. Daniel is passionate about providing leaders with tools, strategies, and techniques to help them lead effectively at their highest potential. He graduated from Western Illinois University with a degree in social work. He is a member of the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Daniel is a licensed minister and serves as assisting God's people with building a deeper relationship with God. He is a loving husband of 17 years, a father of 3 beautiful children. Though his work in ministry, he has focused on strengthening and covenant of marriage and men's ministry. He is recognized as an energetic and lively speaker who captivates, motivates, and inspires his audience to take massive action with simplistic concepts. Yeah, your resume sounds great. Also, I'm going to share a little bit with the listeners what you actually do for the Grown Man group. Daniel has been an active member of our group and was recently made one of the leaders to help men grow by motivating them, inspiring, and coaching men to accomplish their life goals. I want to say, man, I really appreciate you being a part of this Grown Men group. And it's great to have you here tonight. We're so excited to hear from you and learn from you, from your wonderful years of experience. So first of all, tell a little bit about yourself from
Well, Josh,
what you just heard.
I want to just first thank you for having me.
Oh,
I thank you for just being a leader that you are, what you're doing with grown men, growing men. And you're doing a phenomenal job, awesome leader. And so thank you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate it, brother.
Man, it all works as a team together. So
oh yeah. But yeah, so a little bit about me, man. So I'm your inspirational lifestyle leader. There's only one in the world, and that's me. So with that title, I love to inspire people to be their best, to be the best versions of themselves. Whatever they was called to do, their purpose, whatever their gifts and talents are, to be able to be that, and do it well, to get to the levels of success that they want to get to. And so I'm a speaker, I'm a trainer, I'm a coach. I equip people with the tools, strategies, and techniques, to reach all their goals. Whatever goal that they set, I help them get there, to get to that next level. And I do it through motivation. I do it through inspiration. I do it through coaching, and the results are what? Them living their best life, them living a lifestyle of success. And that's what I do in a nutshell. I help people live their best lives. So I enjoy doing it. It's really an honor and a blessing for people to allow me to assist and support them and empower them to get to the levels that they want to get to.
Man, that's a heck of a performance, bro. You was amazing from what I hear. I would like to know more about you, and I see you're so passionate about what you do. What is motivating Daniel?
Great question, Josh. Great question, man. It really comes from within. Each of us is born with gifts. Each of us is born with talents. And it's up to us to discover what that is, discover what that purpose is. And I discovered early on, years ago. I mean, when I think about who I was in elementary school, who I was in high school, dealing with scholastics and band and sports, and who I was in college doing these being in these different organizations, the Black Student Association, Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, just being in these different organizations, leading them, being presidents here, vice president here, doing what I do, on a state level with Department of Human Services and the training department, doing what I do at the church. I'm an assistant pastor at my church. I lead the leadership team. At my church, I hold leadership development sessions and things like that. Doing what I do with grown men, growing men, helping to develop men, to mentor men, doing what I do with Mission Impossible Marriage Institute, working with marriages, and so they can continue to be strong and be the best relationships possible. So I discovered that by myself years ago. I've just been that person. Anytime someone had a problem, I always thought I had a solution. Always had some type of advice. Always the person to give tips, and suggestions on how you can be better, how to overcome that obstacle, how to be victorious in whatever situation you're in. Again, I talk about sports. Myself, I play a little basketball. I was a street baller. I played in different tournaments. I ran track. I was a state qualifier in track in high school. So anything it was, I always had tips and strategies. Say, hey, you want to get better, do this on a daily basis. Try this, try that. When it comes to people jobs, entrepreneurship, things like that. I found myself always giving people some advice or tools and strategies to try out that can help them be better and do better. And I also found myself following up with them, because I care, right? I always was that person. I want to see people win. I don't know what it is. I just don't like to see people hurting. I don't like to see people losing. I don't like to see people feel like that they just lost, no way out, they tapping out. It just did something to me. It's like, no, what can Daniel do to help them get on the right track? What can Daniel do to say, you know what? You're not by yourself, that you got this, that you can win. Your business would not fail. Whatever gifts and talents you have, you can use it for your good. You can use it for others' good, to help others. Because again, we're here to do what? Not just to live for ourselves, right? But to be of some good to others, to be some type of servitude, right? Of service to others. And so I was that person to always be there for people, to say, hey, you're not by yourself. And I will follow up with them, say, hey, how's it going? Right? Did it work? Try this, try that. We have those conversations where people, I encourage people. I lift them up. I motivate them. I inspire them. I give them hope. Say, you got it. You can do it. And so that's just the driving force of who Daniel is. Because Daniel is not a failure. I know what's in me. I know my gifts and talents. And I understand that, we get one shot at life. And you want to live the best version of you while we got that one shot. We want to make the best of it. You don't want to die and not live out your purpose. So I'm here to help others live out their purpose. Everybody has a different gift, a different talent. You don't want it to go to waste. You want to be able to use it to its fullest. And I'm here to help you do that.
Man, that sounds amazing. Sign me up. You're a coach with the experience to help people live out their purpose. Yes. That's what a coach does. Helps people, motivates people, push people into what they want to do. Help them reach their goals. I like it. I really love it. What I want to ask, if you can share some of your advice, some of your tips, some of the things you learned over the years that anyone can use to help them reach their goals.
Okay. I'm going to give you the 3 B's.
3 B's. Okay.
3 B's, right?
I'm taking notes.
It's belief in self, right? You got to be focused and be consistent. And so when I say believe in yourself, you have to believe that you can do it. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. And you're right in both instances. So if you could just believe in yourself that you can do it, despite, right? In spite of what mama may say, daddy may say, friends may say, relatives, teacher may say, sometimes you have to just tune out the noise because you have a lot of naysayers out there. But if you have a strong belief in you, in yourself, and what you can do, you can overcome a lot. You have to have a lot of self-talk. You have to encourage yourself sometimes and have that self-talk and say, you know what? I'm tuning out all that. That's just noise. What you say I can't do, I'm going to use that to fuel me to say what I can do. I'm going to prove you wrong. That's that self-talk you have to have. So first you have to believe in yourself. If you want to reach all your goals, if you want to be successful, you have to believe in yourself. You know, they say sometimes, you know, you're always looking out for other people, but you fail to look out for yourself. No one is going to look out for you like you. If all else fails, if everybody leave you, guess who you still got? You. So you got to believe in yourself. It's up to you to make it happen. It's up to you, right? If it's to be, right? If it's to be, then you got to make it be. So you got to believe in yourself. If no one else believes in you, all it takes is you. That power of one. That's all it takes. See, once you believe in yourself, right, others will start believing in you. When you start showing what you got the goods, you got the gift, you got the talents, right? You got the stick-to-itness, right? People start believing in you. But it starts with you. You got to believe in yourself before anybody else do. So that's the first tip. Believe in yourself. Next, number 2, you got to be focused. When I say focus, I'm talking laser focus. There's a lot of distractions out there, a lot. You know, they can get you off your course. People can get you off your course, what they're talking about. Everybody wants you to join this and do this and try this. And, you know, sometimes children can be a distraction. Sometimes parents can be a distraction. Sometimes your spouse can be a distraction. You know, you have to be focused and knowing what you have to do. Everything has to be prioritized, right? You have to understand what it is you got to do first, second, third, fourth, right? Even with your spouse, even with your children, your family, with your job, your business, whatever it is, working out, eating right, whatever it is, you have to be focused on your goals. Because once you lose focus, it's easy to tap out. Once you lose focus, it's easy to procrastinate. Once you lose focus, it's easy to stagnate. And that's kind of one of the worst nations to live in, stagnation. All right, so you got to be focused. Know what you got to do and get it done. Don't let people distract you and get you off your course. So if you want to reach your goals and be successful, you got to be focused. And the third tip, be consistent. You can't be up 1 minute and down the next. You can't be on the right lane, then get on the left lane. You know, you can't be all in 1 minute, then the next minute you're out. You got to be consistent. Whatever it is you need to do to reach your goals, you got to be consistent with it. Do it on a daily basis, do it on a weekly basis, do it on a monthly basis. Whatever it is you got to do, because you know, and this go for any industry, fitness industry, health industry, construction, business-wise, on your job, with your family, with you and personal development, whatever it is you're trying to develop, whatever it is you're trying to reach, whatever goal you're trying to reach, whatever success that you want to reach, the level of success you want to reach, you got to be consistent. Everybody will tell you it's consistency. If you want to lose weight, what you got to do? You got to be consistent in eating right. You got to be consistent in working out. If you want to get that business going, you got to do what? You got to market your business. How often? Not once a year. You got to constantly market your business. And so it's all the consistency. If you're not consistent, you won't do very well. Your business won't soar. You won't grow and develop. You won't do well on your job, right? Your family will start falling apart. So much can go wrong because you're not consistent. A clock is consistent. It constantly ticks, constantly ticking. It don't stop. A clock is always on its job. It always doing what it's supposed to do. So we gotta be just like that clockwork. You got to develop a system to be consistent, right? What's the first thing you do in the morning? What's the second thing you do? And see, when you're organized, when you have your day planned versus having the day plan you got to have your day planned. And when you have your day planned, then you can have some consistency in place. You won't miss anything. You have everything already worked out. You know what you're supposed to do when you first wake up, the first thing, the second thing, the third thing, right? You may get up and meditate or pray. Then you may work out. Then you may finally eat breakfast. Then you may start, you may go to work or start working on your business. Then after that, you got your family time, right? So you got all this worked out already. You plan your day, you plan your week, you plan your months. That's consistency. Now you just let it come into play, right? You work it. You work the plan instead of the plan working you. So those are your 3 B's, right? You gotta believe in self, be focused, and be consistent.
That's amazing, bro. I appreciate that. With your 3 B's, I have 3 questions. So if you could talk to that person for the first B, leaving yourself, that is dealing with insecurity, or he's not confident, how do you help them get past that?
Well, as a coach, we ask a lot of questions. What we do as a coach, when you're coaching someone, the person is not broke. A lot of times people, we say they're broke. No one in this world is born broke. They need developing. It's a difference between being broke, which you're not. You need develop. You need to be developed in certain areas. And guess what? Who has all the answers? You do. The client, the person has all the answers. They just don't know it yet. So what we do, what they're conscious about, we help them tap into their subconscious. So we ask the right questions to make them think. Because a lot of times now in today's world, critical thinking is out the door. People don't think. When you're studying for a test or studying for something, people give you the answers without you having to really think. And so what I do as a coach, I make people think. What is it that you need? I make them think. What is it that's preventing you from doing this? They think about the question, they think about the answer. What is preventing me? I'm not going to tell them, right? Whatever goals they got, whatever they want to do to succeed, I don't tell them what they need to do. I don't put my experience on them. Right? Because everybody has their own journey. What may work for me may not work for them. So I have to be able to ask the right questions so they can start thinking and pull up answers out for them. It's called self-discovery. The light bulb, they had an aha moment because you asked
all the time. They just didn't. They needed help looking through it. I get you.
Yes. So when someone is dealing with some insecurities, they feel like their confidence is low. So I ask them different questions to help increase their confidence. Right? Well, what do you do well? What is making you feel like this? How is it what is it that you need to do to overcome this? And I ask them certain questions, they start thinking and they come up with the answers and then we work the plan. Once they come up with several solutions, right? We talk about all the different solutions and then we'll talk about and discuss what will work best. Right? And then we create a plan. They create a plan. And I hold them to it.
Oh yeah, hold them accountable to it.
They create the plan, I hold them to it, and we work the plan. And see, that's what coaching does. So, so that's what I would do with that person if they were struggling with, confidence or, have some insecurities about certain things. So we'll pull out those things that they do well so we can start somewhere. And then we'll just build on that.
Same thing for your second question about being focused. If a guy tells you, my life is a mess, I am not organized, how can you help me? What am I doing wrong?
Another great question, because a lot of people are not organized. They're not organized, and then it leads to ineffective time management. Right now, they find themselves wasting time because they're not organized. They don't plan well. Yeah. So, I mean, we there's so many different ways we can help the person with being organized and time management, and it's very basic. When I say, using simplistic concepts, it really is just that simple. A notebook, write out your plan. What is it that you want to do? How much time are you going to spend doing it? You got these cell phones. We got computers in our hands, right? We got calendars on here. We got alarms on here. Use your calendar. Use the alarm. So many different things that we have at our fingertips that I help them to let them see, hey, use the things you already have. It's not this big, overcomplicated, over elaborate, type deal where people need, to help people get organized. It's real simple. I just help pull it out of them to let them see a lot of the stuff you already got in your own home that you can use to be organized. I just help them discover and change their way of thinking of how they work their day. Right? Sometimes people got papers all over the place. Well, let's get that organized. What do you need? What do you need to organize? They may say, well, what you think about a file cabinet? No, what you think about a file cabinet? Would that work for you? Great. Go purchase a file cabinet. Go purchase a shredder to get all your, or you may want to get a scanner. You may want to set up something on your laptop and computer to start scanning documents, to go from paper to a paperless system, on your laptop, different files and flash drives and things like that. So I ask them these questions, what can they do? And they come up with the answers. Okay, I hold them accountable for being organized. What did you get? Did you get the file cabinet? Did you set up your paperless system? Why not? When you gonna do it? By when? On a scale of 1 to 10.
Dates.
How likely are you to do it?
Yeah.
And if it's a 3, well, if you're not likely to do it, then we got to come up with a different solution. We got to come up with a solution to where you're going to tell me it's about a 7 or 8. I'm likely to do that. Okay, then that's a good solution then. So I break things down. I believe in KISS. Keep it simple. That's what I do as a coach. I keep it simple. When you complicate things, people are not going to do it. It's too hard. It's too difficult. But you keep it simple. And when you get and when they come up with the solutions, they come up with the resolution on how they're going to get it done, then it's more likely they're going to do it. Because it's something they can do.
Make it realistic as possible. So far, believing in yourself, help them to focus, help them to, second part is being focused and then consistent. If a person is struggling with either being on time or not being consistent in their life, like I started something and it didn't work out, so I gave up, how can you help them push through?
Yeah. What's preventing you from being on time? What is it that keeps that keeps you getting off track? I ask those different types of questions, and depending on what they answer, they're gonna identify what it is. Well, I just have a hard time getting out of bed. Well, I just every time I gotta stop by McDonald's and get my coffee, on my way to work, things like that. So, we come up with things. What is it that you need to do to keep you from being late? What is it you need to do so you can wake up on time? Do you have anything you can use, to do that? And again, they come up with the answers. They come up with solutions. we create a plan, and we work it. Right? If it takes you, some people wake up, but it takes them a good 10, 15 minutes just to really, really wake up, right? To get out of bed. Some people like to lay there 10, 15 minutes. Right? So if that's you, right? If you got to get up at 7, are you going to set your alarm clock for 7? What time will work best for you to set your alarm? Maybe 6:30. So we talk about all this and we discuss these things. I ask these questions. Because if you got to get up at 7, you set your alarm clock for 7, you done fail. You're not going to get up on time.
Yep.
What is it you got to do to get to work on time? So then you may have to leave out a little bit earlier to allow time to stop by McDonald's, to stop by Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts to get your coffee.
I like that you said that.
Go ahead.
I like you didn't tell them something they can't do. You're just saying schedule yourself enough time to do everything you want to do.
Yes.
So if you want to stay in bed after you wake up, get up a little bit earlier. If you still want to go to McDonald's, plan for it. Not saying like, oh, you're not gonna be able to do that no more. Because a lot of people like, I'm gonna get my coffee. I don't know what he's talking about. you helping them understand it's okay to do what you're doing in your life. Just plan time for it.
Yes.
Make it accessible in your life. Plan it out. So that's great that you spend time talking to your clients and walking them through the steps to success. The whole process is amazing, man. It's all amazing.
What it is, it's their life.
Mm-hmm.
It's their life. What do you want to do? Whatever you want to do, whatever goals you have, I help you get there. I help you reach them. I help you accomplish them. So therefore, you wind up being successful. And what I do is, when I work with my clients, a lot of times they hit their goals just a little bit faster, quicker than they would if they didn't have a coach. Mm-hmm. Because no one's holding them accountable. They're just going about they're doing it at their own speed. Mm-hmm. Right? So we'll set a goal, but a lot of times they may hit it quicker because why? I'm holding them accountable. Yeah. Of something you said you was going to do. I didn't give you this plan. I didn't tell you what you need to do. You discovered all these things by the questions that I asked, and we came up with the plan that way. Mm-hmm. And you said you can do it, and you can. So I'm gonna hold you accountable to it. And you're gonna reach the goals, and you're gonna be satisfied, you're gonna be happy, you're gonna be feeling good, because now you're living the lifestyle that you want to live.
I think that's amazing too. When someone sets their own goals, they feel involved. They feel like, yeah, this is something I agreed to because I made it up in my head. I wanted to do it. This is something I'm passionate about doing. And that's something somebody forced me to do. It's something I came up with a plan and he helped me walk through the plan. That's a genius way of looking at it.
And that's coaching. A lot of people think, coaching is telling people what to do and showing them and sharing your experiences. That is not coaching. When you share your experiences, that's mentoring, not coaching. When you are sharing information, that's teaching or training, not coaching.
Wow.
Coaching is when you ask the right questions, you pulling people to discover things in them that was already in them. It's self-discovery. That's what coaching is. We can coach anything. Like we've got all these different titles, right? I know we got marital coaching, life coaching, business coach. We got all these different coaching, but the coaching process is the same. I can coach anybody in any industry to do anything. Because by listening to what they want, it then turns around. I know the questions to ask. And by me asking the right questions, they're able to think and pull out the answers that they need to reach their goals. Mm-hmm. And that's
something else that's so powerful with that. Sometimes people just need to talk out the problem. Once it gets out of their head, like, wow, I just needed either a sounding board, I needed just to speak it out loud with someone else. And now I'm able to help write down steps, so write out the process. They said sometimes writing out the plan and actually physically seeing it helps you to set your goal. So
Yeah.
you help them write out the plan by asking the right questions. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Is there any other thing, anything else you'd like to share with this group uh, that can help them grow in this? Anything we want to sum it up?
Well, I would just like to say, that anybody that have goals they want to reach, or they may be struggling, they may be procrastinating or stagnating, or they just feel tired or feel like they can't do it, I suggest they get a coach. A coach will help them put them on the right track or back on track. A coach will help them, will empower them, will motivate them, will inspire them. A coach will help them set up a plan that comes from them, and will set them up for success. And that's what life is all about. We all want to be successful. We don't like to fail, even though you learn from failure, and it's okay to fail as long as you learn from it. But a coach will help you reach your goals. Then you start living the lifestyle that you want to live because that coach has helped you along the way. You got that support system. You got that accountability coach that's going to help you get to where you need to get to. That's not going to accept your excuses.
Yeah.
So the coaching
Yeah.
process, it's a powerful process, man. It's a unique relationship, that we have with our clients, man. It's awesome. That's why I love doing what I do, because I see the power in the process.
Man, you a powerful motivator. That's what's exciting about all of this. How can the followers, the listeners, the people in the audience tonight, how can they find you? How can they take advantage of what you have to offer?
DanielJones360.com.
Okay.
With DanielJones360.com, you can connect with me on Facebook, Instagram. You can check out my website. You got my business number on there, all from DanielJones360.com.
Excellent. That's your website whenever you're available.
Yeah.
That's it, y'all. If you're trying to get your life straight, trying to move forward, trying to set new goals, or trying to hit those old goals, our brother right here is trying to help you out. Please take advantage, not just for us grown men, but anyone that is trying to figure out life, change life, or be successful. Please reach out to this young man. He's willing to help you out in your new goals in life. Thanks again for coming and listening to us. This is Grown Man. My name is Joshua Cotton. If you stay tuned to next time, we'll bring in our next guest. But until then, you all have a great evening. God bless and good night.